And now, the conclusion.
Alright, I'm going to take this shelf by shelf. I'm going to try and do this from memory, so I might scupper a few of the names. I do have them vaguely organised in some fashion. This shelf is the sort of motion picture, after motion picture era. So you've got the Enterprise C, the Enterprise B, Excelsior, and whatever the hell that one is. I think it's a scimitar or something. My shelves are organised side by side. So in the next cabinet across we have the Uss Enterprise Shelf. Admittedly the Stargazer shouldn't really be there, but it was the best place I had for it. And here we've got the original Enterprise and the refit, and this little thing that some of you may recognise, and of course a Starship dedication plaque. And coming across, this is my Wrath of Khan shelf. So we've got another motion picture Enterprise, the SS Botany Bay, the Reliant, and of course the Oberth class ship, and this nice little shuttlecraft with a little akudogram. Then we have a Borg Cube shelf. This one's actually a little disorganised from where it's meant to be. A 472 Bio ship, a Borg Renegade ship, the armoured Borg Cube, and of course the Piece de la Resistance, the large Borg Cube. This by default comes in a horrible grey plastic, and I actually painted it up myself. It even features some LEDs, which I added some more windows to it. I added that sort of silvery paintwork to it to make it look a bit more like an actual Borg Cube. And I even added these little window details to make it look a bit less like the gaping holes in the side of a Borg Cube. Here we have some Enterprise Ds and a Nebula class ship, as well as the Enterprise D plaque. They really are nice models, nicely detailed. Coming across we have the future Enterprise D, the Enterprise D shuttlecraft, and of course the Olympus class vessel, the Pasteur. On this shelf we have some Federation Voyager ships. We have the Prometheus, the SS Relativity, a Voyager Type 9 shuttle, the Raven, and of course the Equinox. Coming across we have Voyager itself, Voyager's dedication plaque, the Delta Flyer, and of course a armoured Voyager. And then we have a Voyager Bad Guys shelf. We got both of the Voth vessels, the Science and the capital ship. At the back there we have ourselves a Herogen Hunter, the Krenim time ship, a Malon freighter, and of course the Dauntless, which, as I'm sure you remember, isn't actually a Federation vessel, which is why it isn't in the other shelf. Coming down we have Deep Space Nine Enemies shelf. We have ourselves a couple of Jem'Hadar fighters, a Breen ship, and of course a couple of Cardassian vessels. Coming across we have the Defiant shelf. DS9 is not the central focus here, as there isn't actually a DS9 plaque, so the Defiant takes the centre shelf. So here we have the Defiant, the Orinoco, a Marquis Raider, which I believe is technically Chakotay's. Coming across from there we have Deep Space Nine itself, along with a Marquis fighter, the Bajoran Solar Sailor, and a Ferengi vessel. Coming down we have the Future Vessels shelf. I can't remember the name for half these things, but I know that this one here on the left, here we are, this one, that's one of my favourite types. I believe that's the Akira. Man, you got some really weird shapes going on here as the Federation get desperate against the Dominion and what have you. Coming across we have the Enterprise E, the Phoenix, the Captain's Yacht, the Cousteau, and a Borg Sphere. It could be the First Contact shelf / Insurrection. Coming across we have an empty shelf, because I haven't reorganised my models yet. Going down from there we enter Enterprise territory. We've got ourselves a Tholian web ship, a Nausicaan radar, an Andorian attack ship. These two are the Aquilian and Insectoid vessels? I don't know, I didn't watch Enterprise that much. Coming across we have the NX-01 shelf, which features the NX-01, but the centerpiece is actually the NX-01 refit. which would have been in season whatever they got to after they cancelled it. And then we get to the Enterprise Friends ship. So we have a shuttle pod, a couple of Romulan vessels, a cargo freighter, and this weird as all hell looking vessel. Again, I didn't watch Enterprise that much. Sadly relegated quite low for no real reason. We have all these Klingon vessels. There's actually 2 shelves of Klingon vessels. These are what I've dubbed the classic Klingon vessels. We've got the big old cruise ship and the attack ships, the birds of prey, and all of those various fighters. Coming across we've got the Romulan shelf, which features all of the classic Romulan vessels, including the Valdor and the original series Romulan ship as well. And coming across once more, we get to the final Klingon shelf, with all of the more modern Klingon ships of questionable quality and variety, including this J.J. Abrams Verse 1, which can go to hell. Coming down we have a model of the Vengeance. I never actually saw Into Darkness, this one can also go to hell. The J.J. Abrams Enterprise, that can also go to hell. And the USS Kelvin, guess what, that can go to hell too. Hopefully that will be clear enough. It's always a little challenging filming things that are on glass and plastic shelves behind glass and plastic. The camera focuses all over the place and I won't be able to tell until I go into post whether or not anything is horribly out of focus. So hopefully not too many reshoots. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of them. And guess what? There's still like 50 more models to come. I'm gonna need a 4th cabinet. But until then, I'm Raven, and that's all from these cabinets.